Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim fram sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, and welcome everybody to another edition of Mike Mayo's
Jesus.
Lunchbox. Uh-oh, look at me.
Something's mentally wrong with you.
I've got a little nasal twang because I am in the holiday spirit here. 10 Palms, Gulfstream Park, our Friday fun place. I am both Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have not been drinking too much. I'm going to take that off because it's making me sound crazy. I'm Santa Claus, and I've got my ugly Christmas sweater on for the almost 12th day in a row because it's the 12 days of Christmas.
I noticed.
And the 12th.
That's why I moved you away from
All right, yeah.
I'm
And
going to slide out a shot for the rest of the show here.
Jeff,
It's
people-
like being in the White House Oval Office.
Exactly.
now we're not renaming anything around
No,
here
no.
anytime soon. But how are you, Defo? It's been a long week.
Yeah, no,
and,
it's been good. You guys have been doing great. Runway 84, that's always a knockout of a place to go. Couldn't be better. Having a very enjoyable week. Actually, fell upon what looked like a pretty interesting dining scene yesterday on Lucerne Avenue in Lake Worth.
Look at you, back up in Lake Worth.
Well, I went there a couple of weeks in a row. It was well worth it. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me. This is part of the food and dining scene. The Bamboo Room has been there for a long, long time. They got a little place downstairs called Rudy's Pub. So literally,
You like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
yeah, and you got one of the top guitar players in the world. He's on any top 50 list anyway, and maybe down to top 20. And he's playing in front of 20 people with no cover, no drink
minimum,
charge,
right?
nothing. I mean, you don't even have to order a drink. They're fine with you there. And then the whole scene around there, though, was pretty cool. The first time I went there a week ago, it was kind of quiet, but they had a nightclub going with a bunch of young kids and a lot of interesting-looking restaurants that were fairly busy for what was a Thursday night.
Well, the whole entire South Florida area is now coming to life. All the
Yes.
tourists are coming in. The kids
Yes.
are out of school.
Yes.
So last week, I think people were saving their energy and their dollars. But now we are in the full holiday mode, and we're at 10 Palms, and they got new menu items for the championship meet season. We're going to talk to Joe Beja in a little bit, but you could see, we were at Runway 84 yesterday, but look at this. They're trying to rival Runway 84 they've got a new chicken vodka parm on the menu. They got a beef carpaccio on the menu. They've got a meatball, a new improved
Fantastic.
meatball stuffed with mozzarella cheese. I had a pasta fagioli soup. I was so hungry, I scarfed it down.
Well,
And,
what happened with it? Did they bring it?
Oh, yeah.
They
I'm
brought it.
almost
It was
licking
good.
the bowl.
Nice.
And so I'm ready to roll. So I'm in a great festive holiday spirit. Look at me. I'm Santa Claus. I was Rudolph. But now the spirit of Festivus is hovering over me because, as we know, Festivus is the day before Christmas Eve, next Tuesday, the 23rd. And it's time for airing of the grievances.
Oh,
but
yeah?
we'll do
All right.
that next week.
There you go.
But I've already got a grievance because when you have a 1 to 2 shot and you're alive in a double for a little bit of money, and I didn't have that much invested into the double, but I could get something
You
back.
can't cry about losing with a 1 to 2 shot.
Yeah, but he was a rat.
You should go in the
hanging-
bathroom and just look in the mirror and say,
Exactly.
"You're talking to me." I mean, well, you can't cry when you
He
lose
was
with a 1 to 2 shot.
Hanging rat bastard that finished second with Irad Ortiz, the best jockey on the planet.
Are you suggesting I read stiff the horse?
I don't want to make any aspersions or allegations. All I know,
It was
that
Carmine
horse-
Abatello on the horse.
that
Exactly,
horse
exactly.
didn't really make any kind of forward move in the last 16th of a mile, and he got beat. And now I'm whining like a.
You are like
But
a George-
had
like
the
a
horse won,
degenerate.
you would have been. I know you had it in the Daily Double with a decent price horse, but had it won, you'd be screaming, "Oh my God! All that comes in is chalk."
100%.
How can you make any money here?
100%.
Horse players are going to complain about it. They
You
shouldn't
guys
even
are
be
amazing.
involved in this grievance day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Every day.
That's every
every
day.
day.
Every
You got to
day is
grind. Oh my
Festivus.
God! I could have had it for 20 more. I mean, no one's ever satisfied out here.
Yeah, that's okay.
But they would be with the food
we're in
because
a good mood.
that looks really spectacular.
Soup was great. I'm going to start diving into the chicken parm in a second, and we're going to be greeted by Joe Beja. He's going to tell us about all the happenings here. Again, 10 Palms is open every day that there's live racing, and now that we're in the championship meet,
We're almost in
Thursday
winter.
through
Is it
Sunday.
today or tomorrow?
Oh, you know
when
what? It
winter?
is going to be the winter
Is
solstice.
today the 20th or the 21st?
No, we're not
Today
at
is the
winter yet.
19th.
Oh,
I believe
19th,
it's on
okay.
the 21st or 22nd.
21st is
so
the first day of winter. I mean, and I was thinking as I was walking in, here you go. Here's the South
Yes,
Florida winter.
winter.
You're thinking, oh my God, is that sun going to be that strong all day? Absolutely
it's
fantastic. out here.
85 degrees,
Yeah.
and I'm melting in this sweater.
No,
but
it was
I'm
hot
gonna,
today.
I'm gonna keep going because that's
AC is
what I
always
do.
good in here, though.
Yeah.
You're
No,
never
no,
going to be
no, I'm
schwitzing.
No.
But
yeah,
having a
it
bowl of
was.
soup with the sweater when it's 85
And you were
degrees
sweating
outside.
out the fact that your
Yeah.
horse was, I don't
Sweat.
want to,
Stiff
say
job.
that it could be served up as some pork pretty soon, but was a bit of a pig, I would have to say.
He still hit the board.
He didn't know he was 1-2.
I'm still, you know.
I
Yeah,
thought that
yeah.
meant he was supposed to finish
Is
second
that
when he
what
read
you
the
guys
board.
say?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. But we're going to move on. We got lots of great racing this weekend. We're going to have a contest in a little bit. But just getting back to, again, Runway 84 yesterday. How fantastic was that? Sitting down with the great Anthony Bruno.
He's classic.
And I apologize. We had a little bit of a technical glitch, so we lost some sound for a minute. And, part of the sound that got lost was when I mentioned how now I've moved into like his Bruno's neighborhood, and I see him occasionally on my morning walks. And he just said, "Yeah, there goes the neighborhood. I told the wife we got to put the house up for sale."
Yeah, Mayo's here.
Nice.
And but then he also was saying that how he mentioned that he does a daily segment with Paul Castanovo on the very popular morning shows on Friday, and part of his segment he does a daily beef of the week.
Oh, okay.
And one of his beefs of the week was Ozempic in general, and people on these
We actually did do it on the
GLP-1s.
show.
Yeah.
And he called me out and Paul Castanovo out because both of us have dabbled with these, weight loss and diabetes meds that, curb the appetite, which is really bad for a restaurant business.
Castanovo lost like 100
He
pounds.
lost
Yeah.
a lot of weight.
But I think he might have also had the surgical thing done
Yeah.
before that. I don't know what he's doing now, but he's maintained it really well. He looks
No,
great.
he has. Paulie looks like a new person.
We used to get on the elevator together, believe it or not, to go to the second floor at the iHeart building. For me, it was a superstitious thing. But for Paulie, man, and I have to admit, I always used to justify it by that, but I didn't mind taking the elevator up instead of the stairs. And I would always check the weight capacity between the two of us.
Yeah, you do work.
To see if we exceeded
different
it.
size,
And, I'm 50 pounds ago from that, and he's got to be 100.
Yeah, no, he
So,
looks like
he looks great.
Looks like a one iron now. He's but he still loves his food, Paulie. And
Yep.
no, but he was but Anthony Bruno was saying, his beef of the week one time was me and Paulie talking about these things on the air and how, I've lost a little bit of weight this year. I was looking at pictures from last year. This time I am
Before and
not gonna say
after
a
is
new man,
pretty
but
good.
yeah, but then Bruno was saying he's going to have a chat with my doctor to get me off the drugs.
You're still
And-
eating, though. It's not like
I
you're.
know, I know.
I mean, if Bruno offered you a free meal, you would be there.
100%.
That's
Which
what
he
we
did, yeah.
yesterday. We imbibed. We had all kinds of great stuff.
Right.
And
I do
enjoyed
find it
ourselves.
interesting, but then we have talked to restaurateurs that weren't joking and said they have noticed eating habits are different. People are sharing more. People are getting
Yeah, they're
smaller portions. People
ordering
are
less, sharing
eating
more.
differently, which is very interesting.
Yeah, and but again, when Anthony Bruno says he's going to have a chat with my doctor, I get a little worried. He's going to make him an offer he can't refuse, and I'm not going to get my Ozempic
He's got the
anymore.
dough, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you talk. It's another one of those guys that you have to admire, and I don't know exactly what drives him, but look, he could have gotten out years ago and retired on a very fat number, especially after the Anthony Skullfire deal.
Yep. Keeps going.
No,
And there's still like Falsetto. I mean, they're still interested in doing new things and
Yep.
and very much involved. It's not
Yep.
like the guy calls up and says, "Hey, Tony, how we doing tonight?" Oh,
No,
yeah,
no.
Oh, no.
1,500.
No, he was
Okay.
there when we got there.
He's one of those who are really old school restaurateurs. He enjoys the hospitality business. He
Yes.
likes going around. Like there were all these holiday parties going on because they're open for lunch now for the month of December at Runway, and the place was packed. And he's going around glad handling people, just schmoozing. He loves it, and that's something. Why would he want to give it up if you don't have to? And now he's got a place that it's New Year's Eve
fun,
every
yeah.
night,
Yeah.
and he was also, we were congratulating him for the second year in a row. They made the top 100 grossing independent restaurants in the
Wow.
United States, and he verified the number:
That's a
$13
list you
million
wanna be on,
in revenue. And if
It's
you
a nice number.
extrapolate
wanna
what a
be on.
profit margin could be out of a $13 million revenue, and he says they're going for 15 next year, and I bet they'll do it
They'll
because
get it, yeah.
they're doing crazy business
Yeah, it
all
was
month
jammed
long, which
yesterday.
again, a testament to when you have great food, great
It's a good
hospitality.
kind of celebratory sort of place.
Oh, yeah.
When you're going with people,
Yep.
you don't have to be quiet. You don't have to worry that you're getting too loud or that somebody's
Mhm.
cackling at your table.
Mhm.
And yet it's not overbearing, at the same time. So it's just a nice mix. I mean, some places, Moderano, a lot of people don't like it because it's
loud.
very loud in there. A lot of people love it for that. But the food at Runway has always stood
Yeah.
the test of time
No,
also.
And Moderano,
And the presentation.
interesting. I just saw a video that Steve Moderano put up on Instagram, and he's tweaking it a little bit, and he's kind of going for a more, I guess, sedate, older crowd because he has removed the disco balls from Cafe Moderano
Good
after
on him.
35 years.
As long as he doesn't take the meatballs out of it.
No, the meatballs are still there, but the disco balls are gone. And what he said is, it used to be he'd start like the kind of loud music and nightclub theme at like 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Nice later.
Now it's later. He's doing 6 to 10 p.m. and they redid the interior. It's kind of black and white. And he says from 6 to 10, it's going to be more of a classic kind of Sinatra, Perry Como type music, mellow, so that you could go in there and have kind of a more quiet meal between 6 and 10. And then he said at 10 o'clock from 10 to 1 a.m., then he's going to get behind the turntable and start spinning the tunes.
He's in a
spins.
TV series. Did you know that? He's in this thing, Gravesend.
Yeah, I did see that. And
yeah, he does some acting. And
really?
The place back in the day, I mean, I always loved it. The reputation was built on the fact that they had like Barbra Streisand outside, and they told her it's going to be 3 hours.
Right.
And she said, "You know who I am?" And they said, "Yeah, we know you.
And we
Get
don't
out
care.
there, man. You can sing out there for 3 hours, do whatever you want. You're not getting a table."
And Rick Pitino was a regular there. I saw him again. I haven't been there in a long time. I want to reconnect, and I respect the man. His food is great, and there's so much good Italian food in this neck of the woods. It's
100%.
really and there's enough to go around for everybody between Steve Martorano, Costa D'Angelo, Angelo Elia, Anthony Bruno, and they all have their distinct styles and niche. So, and that's
Looked like a popular place there on this Lake Worth trip. A place called Mario's was packed.
Okay, yeah, Mario's.
I don't know, much about it, but and I didn't have time to stop in. But yeah, that was interesting. I was glad to see these places thriving.
Yep.
Yeah, and
it's really nice to see.
And when I was a critic, I would always roll my eyes anytime like a new Italian place opened up, and I said, "Oh, again." But it's the most popular food in America, except for Chinese. There's more Chinese restaurants than McDonald's because there's all these little corner takeout joints. But in terms of like sit-down restaurants, Italian is the most popular cuisine, and I can see why, because we're having some great Italian. Specialties here now. And what do you think of the chicken vodka
really
palm?
Nice.
Is creamy and rich and it's good. And he's using, I think, a dark meat like a
he uses
thigh.
thigh because
It's rich. Yeah, it has more flavor.
Oh, it looks nice.
So kudos to Joe Beja. We'll be talking to him in a minute.
And the roasted tomatoes are really nice too. It's
Meanwhile,
really good.
let's talk a little sports because we've got
It's a good weekend. Great
playoff
weekend. And what a game. I always use the phrase with Lubie from an old mentor of mine, Ron Harrison, the king of the live spot. And he used to begin most of his sportscasts because he had no idea what went on the night before when he got to the studio. And he would just say, "Boy, what a game last night." And it was really applicable last night. I got tuned into this thing in the fourth quarter, needing Seattle to cover 1 point.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're hopelessly out of it. That's one time you're happy to get a push. You're almost happy when they put the dead heat sign up.
Yep.
Even though had that 1-2 shot been in a dead heat with the 5, you would have been happy about it.
Crazy game because I'm in this like little meaningless season-long pool with my other family members where we just pick winners all year long, and whoever has the most at the end gets bragging rights. We get nothing out of it, but
you don't even get a little.
But Val and I both,
no money.
You get a gift card.
Yeah, well, or maybe a little, maybe something. But Val and I forgot.
That's a pain in the ass.
Exactly. Val and I forgot about the game last night before the kickoff. So my brother, what he does is flips a coin if you don't get your pick in on time. He flipped the coin for both of us. We both landed with Seattle. And then
with points, without points, what?
No, just again straight up winner.
Right.
Oh,
and just for the sake of getting the weekly pool kicked off, and I was watching the game. We turned it on. It was like halftime, and then we started watching. And Sam Darnold was enraging me. I thought I was watching the ghost of.
And a couple of
Tua.
picks, I guess, in the first half.
No, he had 2 horrendous picks. when the game was close, and then went from being a 1-point game to 30 to 14, and then he threw one more pick when they were driving, and toward the
he threw
9
it to the
minute
lineman.
left.
Yeah, that was terrible.
9 minutes left. He throws a pick like at the 5-yard line, and I was like, "That's it. I've had enough." Turned it off, and then I wake up to see some text from James Sarney saying, "Wow, what a game! That's a great comeback." And I was like, "What?"
They had the screwiest play I think I've ever seen. Scoring play. You could make a case that this was one of the strangest scoring plays in any sport. I was trying to describe it to Lubie, where they need a 2-point conversion to tie the game. It's 30-28 after they get a second touchdown coming back, and Darnold drops back and throws what looks like it's going to be some sort of screen pass to the outside to the left. The pass ends up getting deflected by a lineman who's oncoming, drops to the ground, and it's just kind of casually rolling around where inordinately one of the Seahawk players, Charbonneau, picks the ball up while it's in the end zone, really just to hand it to the referee. He just happened to pick it up. So now a review comes, and it turns out that Darnold had thrown the ball backwards, so it constituted a lateral. So the ball was live. They never blew the whistle.
Wow.
And the fact that Charbonnet picked it up without really any intention, it wasn't like he was trying to recover a fumble. Nobody was going for the ball. And he ended up being the 2 points that tied the game and changed the whole game.
And an inadvertent 2-point conversion. And
when do we see a scoring play like that? That was
then
insane.
They go for 2 in overtime and win. So they had 3 touchdowns with 3 straight 2-point conversions.
3 straight 2-point conversions.
Well, that's something.
But if you see the second one, which tied the game, there's no way. You were tearing up your tickets as the play was unfolding.
All I know
the ball's on the ground, and it clearly looks like it was just deflected by a lineman. And then it's just inconsequentially sitting there for like a few seconds, and no one's going for it, and the guy just happens to pick it up, and it's in the end zone.
All I know is I'm very glad that I didn't have any money on the LA Rams last night, because that would have been one of the tougher beats.
They might have covered in some spots because they were getting a point and a half eventually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, but with me, they were only getting a point.
Okay. Oh, you have your own.
No, that was a push.
Private line. Hey, enough of last night. Let's move on to tomorrow. We got the University of Miami Hurricanes are actually in a playoff game, the first time ever since the college football playoff has been instituted that they are involved. They're playing at Texas A&M, and what do we think of their prospects?
What do you think, Louie? Louie's the best
the
UM critic going.
The professor was a lot more positive than I am about UM. I think it's more about Texas A&M's quarterback than I do think it's UM. Marcel Reed, when he's playing really well, was a Heisman candidate. Marcel Reed, when he was playing like he played the second half of the season, was a bum. So I think it comes down to him. Like the Kane defensive ends are really good, but they don't get pressure every game. They don't get pressure all games. So I lean A&M. They are at home, and I like their coach better. So that's why I lean A&M.
Yeah. Do you trust Cristobal in a big spot?
I don't trust Cristobal. I just don't.
I don't know. I mean, you ask yourself how much of a factor is the Cristobal factor? Is it enough to actually have a better team lose the game? Yes. We've seen that. I don't know what to make of it. I was not impressed with Texas A&M. I didn't see them that much during the year.
It's a tough place to win.
I was underwhelmed
though, right?
by the University of Miami in that game where we copped the tickets off of Tony that was supposed to go to Len Robbins. And that kind of tainted my viewing of their Canes the rest of the year. They did rally and win 2 games that they had to have in a convincing fashion. Momentum-wise, I think they're in a better spot than Texas A&M.
Yeah, but it's a tough place to win. College Station. It's one of the
they're called the 12th man.
I have never been to College Station. I've been to the University of Texas at Austin, but Texas A&M is one of the few college places I never got
A&M,
to
though, was manhandled by Texas in this conference championship game. And
Texas, it was Manning that had a good home game at Austin a couple of weeks ago, right?
He woke up the second half of the year. He played really well.
But Texas was dominating that game. I was surprised. And A&M had just survived like a miracle.
Yes.
But as Ohio State showed last year, you can lose a rivalry game and then still come roaring back in the playoffs. So we'll see where that
pretty good
leads.
Toss-up that game.
All I know is this.
I don't think it'll be a blowout. I lean A&M in this game just with home, and I like Elko.
Look, it's nice for hometown fans, for Canes
you
fans.
Better hurry because you got 4 minutes about this 2-5 shot.
I'm sitting out the rest of the races during the show. I will go back into
but it was a 2-5 shot. Yeah, I'll get this horse loose.
So the UM. All right, I hate Cristobal. I've hated him since he.
Why do you hate this guy? And you can't hate the guy.
Because he
He
doesn't.
was a nice guy.
When you
back
blow
in
a
the
game
day.
like that Georgia Tech game, which is a repeat
Oh, no,
of
that's
the way he
terrible, yeah.
blew a game when he was in Oregon,
Yep.
you should be disqualified from being a head coach in the big leagues. Okay,
That was
It's-
ugly.
it's
No doubt about it.
basic, incompetence, gross incompetence. He should have been impeached. If he was president, he'd be impeached, and then he'd still be president because nobody would
I
convict
remember him as
But-
being a really good guy when he was a player.
Oh, he's a good guy.
yeah.
But I just think that ticked me off. And then when they lose 2 this year, what I really don't like about them this year, I thought they had no shot of making it to the playoff and advancing and winning out, which they did. And the professor, our friend Ken, did. And I took a $100 bet with him saying that the Canes will not make the playoff and will
nice.
not win out. And then, of course, they do that.
You're
And-
just throwing money around.
So I actually had a $100 bill
tomorrow.
in my pocket to pay him off today. I thought the professor might
Oh,
join us.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you can give it to me.
That's what the 100. You had that.
Yes, that
You
he
had
reminded me, and there was
that-
proof. There was text proof. So
that-
I'm not going to
There's
Welsh.
no way they'd get in because remember they had lost 2 games.
Yeah,
and
they
Ken
lost
had
2.
a feeling that they still
Well,
had a
you
shot.
should be mad at Manny
Look,
Diaz.
if Virginia wins that, yeah, exactly. If Virginia wins that game, Miami doesn't get in.
Or if the committee just gotten bribed by the appropriate Notre Dame officials.
They're all getting pardons from
Because
Trump.
obviously Alabama has the fix in every year, and but no, the Notre Dame got excluded because of the head-to-head matchup.
Did you
Look,
have them too?
No, I didn't. I just bet on.
It
He
was just
said
10. It was a while ago. I
after
don't
they
remember what it
lost
was.
that second game,
Yeah, they're
and
done.
I was like, they're done. They're not. I said they're going to lose another 2 games before the end of the season.
Look back.
And Ken said, no, they're going to win out and they're going to make it into the playoff. And I said, I'll take $100 on that.
That was
Yeah.
head to head or with a bookie?
Yeah.
No, it's just them.
That was
Two
just
of them.
head to head. Oh
Yeah,
wow!
yeah, yeah.
Me and him, straight
Nice.
up.
It was just 2 to them.
And you're going to pay?
Yeah, of
He has
course.
the money here.
Why would
Yeah.
I not pay?
Well,
What
my
kind of- what
opinion
kind
of you has been
You have a
notched
bet
up
you
a
gotta
level.
pay.
Yeah.
I'm no Welcher. I'm
Well, you
I'm
gotta
an
pay.
honorable gambler. Yeah, I mean, sometimes at a poker table, I will,
Pull a move.
lie and cheat. But that's called
Pulled
bluffing.
a few
poker.
similar looking chips
Yeah,
out of your
that's
pocket.
poker.
Yeah, very nice.
But anyway, so congrats to Ken. I do have that crisp $100
I'll
bill
let him
for
know.
you anytime that you want it.
I'll let him know.
And
He's authorized me to accept it for him. If it was like at the Oscars
And try
and I was
double it
Marlon Brando
or
and I
triple
happened
it.
to be like in the Philippines somewhere with a naked woman.
hey, one last thing, and I know I'm going to go granular here back in my old sports column days, but it's something I don't think gets discussed enough. And I know we're moving forward, and the Dolphins, are benching Tua. And my beef is not with Tua this week. My Festivus gripe and grievance is again against the head coach, Mike McDaniel. And it's something that, appears to be irrelevant now because they got destroyed in the second half of the Steelers. But his whole clock management and
terrible.
play calling
Yeah.
at the end of the first half when it was still
How about in the fourth quarter?
but it was at this point 3-0,
Yeah.
right? They had a lead. Pittsburgh is driving. The clock is ticking down toward the end of the first half.
Yep.
The Steelers have 2 timeouts, and the Dolphins have 2 timeouts. And as the Steelers are driving, and there's a little bit of clock left, who calls timeouts?
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Yeah,
now,
which helped the Steelers.
what is his thinking there? That he wants
His
to help.
juggernaut of a defense is going to get a stop.
He's going to get the ball back and score. But how about in the fourth quarter when they're down like 3 scores and they're taking all 35 seconds of the 35-second play clock to get a playoff?
At this point,
And they're running the ball up the middle,
At that
and
point-
you're asking yourself, how much time can you? Well, I mean,
no. I
why
mean,
don't you take a nap between plays?
that's infuriating, but the game was gone at that point. This
It
point,
wasn't though. You
But
still
it's
have a
not.
shot. Yeah.
We've seen teams score quickly and
Yeah.
then get stops. Like,
So, but just getting back to that
They're
end of the
annoying.
first half sequence. Okay, so he calls 2 timeouts, which gives the Bills, I guess,
the
the
Steelers,
Steelers,
Yeah, yeah.
time to kind of come up with a play and figure out, maybe their best chance of getting a touchdown, which they did. And then, but actually, they milked the clock enough so that the Dolphins got
get
the
no
ball
time.
back.
with
the-
17 seconds left. I
17
remember it
seconds
now. I
left.
remember it
Okay,
now.
and then what do? At that point, you have no timeouts. Tua doesn't have an arm to throw it down for any kind of Hail Mary. You're not going to get a field goal. So you're just going to take a knee and run out the clock, right? What does he do?
Then he tries.
He gives a handoff
Yeah, he,
to
tries.
Achan, and he's a small back who's been, grinding it out. And then, all you could do there is either have a fumble or have Achan get hurt.
Yeah.
And he hands it off, and the Achan rips off a 7-yard run, and then the clock runs
Yeah.
out, and that's it. So it's like that made no sense to me. And then earlier in the first
What are you
half,
saying? Fire the guy?
Well, duh.
And then when Achan, because of his size, I guess he's just not durable as an every down back.
No,
but they
no.
had 3rd and 1, and they handed off to freaking Gordon.
You know what's funny? This
Which
guy,
I
this
like.
grievance day was made for this guy, wasn't
Oh
it?
no,
I
Mayo's
mean,
made for Festivus.
Mayo. I mean, it's
No, I
over.
was- I
The
was
season's
frustrated.
over. It's in the
I was
bag.
very
Yeah.
frustrated at
It's
the
an
end of the half.
accumulation of little things like that he has poor clock management. He has poor
Well,
play
and
calling.
they
He has
didn't-
poor everything. And I want the guy gone.
I'll give you one.
I've been wanting him gone.
Yeah.
They don't. No one's listening.
The
to me.
whole game, he's glued to this stinking play chart.
Yep.
Does he ever look at the field?
No, no.
See what the hell's going on out there? I mean, it's the old Vince Lombardi thing. What the hell's
He's
going on
like
out
the
there?
hostess at the restaurant. You come in and all they do
Yeah,
is
they
look
never
down
look
at the
up.
tablet and they
How
never
could you
say
possibly know how the game is going if you never watched the game and see what's going on the field? I mean, the whole time he's glued to this play chart there. Now, we always speculate about Andy Reid, and we love this about Andy Reid, that was a Chinese food menu on the other side of the chart that he was eyeballing, thinking, hey, we're going to win this one easily.
One from column A,
Yeah,
two from column
and
B.
he's already ordering. But with McDaniel, I mean, does he even watch the game to see what's going on out there?
I don't know.
Like who's playing?
I don't
who's
know.
not?
And you never see him talk. You're always seeing coaches talk to people. You never see McDaniel talk to anyone.
Well, the other thing is, this is a guy, and we know that we've read the stats about Tua in the cold, but McDaniel, when it gets cold, he looks wrapped up like a little elf. He looks like a little frozen elf on the shelf.
Hardly an imposing figure.
And
on
I
the
think he
sideline.
just also his brain freezes, like you said. Is he involved in the game? Is he thinking? I've had enough.
Well, the play
I think he's
calling
involved.
sucks.
They can't do what he has imagined. These
Yes.
plays that he draws up and conceives of, they can't execute it with the personnel they have. So you have to be able to adjust and do something else. And apparently he's not able to do that.
I mean, the first interception was totally McDaniel to me. Like, you were running the ball well. Tua was throwing it nicely. You get inside the 40, run the ball there, keep the drive going. No, he does a play action, has Tua chuck it 25 yards.
Right.
Tua throws it right to
While he's falling
former
backwards. Yeah,
FSU
yeah.
player Asante Samuel Jr., South Florida's own.
Well-
And it's like, okay, there's Mike McDaniel again. Like, I love that you have faith in Tua, but that was just unnecessary. And now they're benching Tua, which is fine. It's whatever at this point.
fine,
But it's
you
just
move
so
up in
They
stupid.
never
draft.
did this with Marino,
It's just
where
so stupid.
they had to invoke the infield fly rule while the ball was in the air
He is not Marino.
and have the runners advance at their own risk.
Well, anyway,
Hey,
let's
by the
move
way,
on.
your 2 to 5 is
I
going
don't-
down in flames.
I didn't bet the 2 to 5. I'm done eating chalk. That's it. I'm going for bombs.
Going to be
all day.
off the board.
So again, Dolphin fans
Where
have
is that?
plenty of grapes to air this Festivus season, and we'll see what
Who
happens.
they play? They playing the Bungles this week?
Bengals at
Bengals.
home.
At home,
So
okay.
no Skyline chili.
Anybody got tickets they want to give away on the show?
I know a couple
How
people.
tough
have
is that? I
gone.
mean, that's got to be the toughest job. Where we talk about it, the teaser horse on a stud farm is the toughest job in all the sports.
Yeah.
Because you're getting some gorgeous chick lathered up, and then they
Then
wheel
you
him
go-
in
they
the
move
storm
you out.
pad
This
or
is an
whatever in
image
there, you know.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
Lunch.
yeah.
Don't think it.
But being in the Dolphin season ticket sales office,
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, imagine you're in a boiler room somewhere in the Philippines. Stephen Ross is pacing back and forth, going, "Come on, let's go. We got to get 50,000, otherwise I'm going to go broke." And you're trying to tell people, "Hey, you know what? It's going to be a very encouraging season coming up here.
Yeah, right.
You won't want to miss having your season tickets. Why would you want to wait and buy individual game tickets? Dallas is coming to town. I mean, that's got to be a tough job, no?
That's a tough sell.
Yeah.
And it's I guess like Trump in Georgia, the find me 11,000 season ticket
right,
holders or
exactly.
something like that.
What
Find
happened
a
in
lot.
this? I don't want to get sidetracked on
No,
that,
no.
but this Jack Smith testimony, I found it very interesting that
I
nobody wanted that in the Republican Party
Yeah, exactly.
to go public, even though the guy was saying, "I'll talk all day."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That was kind of wild, huh?
that's another thing for Festivus. We'll do a home show on Tuesday so we can.
Meanwhile, we're not doing bad on scarfing.
We are. The
Mayo,
food here
you're
is good.
pitching in now too.
No,
Mr.
I am
Ozempic.
getting into this. I
Yeah.
really like this chicken vodka parm. We're
That's
using
great,
the
yeah.
thigh. Very nicely done.
Kind of dig the
The new meatball was great.
Yeah.
I got to get a piece. This carpaccio I first had at one
You're a
of
big
his
carpaccio
Taste
guy.
of the
It's really
Track
nice.
events, and
nice.
he had it featured at the Taste of the Track when he does the.
It's
So
Italian-
remember when you compared the carpaccio
Yeah.
on Let's Eat South Florida? You were in one of your particularly
Clam-
bitter
Clam
moods that
House.
day. And some taco stand at a carpaccio that the guy was raving about.
No,
You
it's
said,
it was
well,
Clam
well,
House.
it's
It was
nothing like
Anthony
Runway
Clam House.
84. Yeah.
Right.
You're
Well,
like,
Runway 84 has a superlative,
Yeah.
but the one
It was a very
here
different
holds its
restaurant.
own. And
Yes, it's very nice.
again, you're going to get it when they do their martinis, paninis, and linguine event. But now he has it on the everyday menu here at 10 Palms, and thankfully,
oh,
so.
very nice.
We're going
That's
to talk
nice.
to Joe Beja in a little bit. And you mentioned Andy Reid and his Chinese food menu. Speaking of Chinese food, Sun Sentinel is having one of their
I saw that.
contests.
Wands is in there, huh?
Yeah, so about best
Nice.
Chinese takeout. I'm condolences to your place, May's Kitchen. Did not
Didn't make
the
the
cut.
list.
Yeah, but up
I think they've gone a little south, maybe
Yeah.
under new management. I don't know.
Alex and Wands. Again, Wands is a great place for a sit-down meal,
It
but
is.
they also do a superlative job with
Yeah, I
the
didn't realize they
takeout.
do so much takeout. When we
They
were
do.
there this week, people were coming in and out getting takeout the whole time.
That neighborhood,
Because
you
it's
know,
a bigger, nicer kind of place, so you don't think of it as like the corner,
but they
hole in the wall
but
Chinese
they have
place.
quality food and they pack it up to go
Yeah, yeah.
real nice. And
And
for
give you
that
great
whole
portions,
neighborhood,
yep.
Victoria Park downtown
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all the law firms and office buildings, and then on the other side of the river where I am in Rio Vista, we all do takeout from Wands, and they do a great job. So congrats to them. They're one of the 5 finalists, and I urge people to vote for your favorite. But Wands is my favorite on that list of
Yes,
5. There's a couple of other places.
You were a big advocate of the Hong Kong barbecue.
Hong
at one
Kong
time.
City.
Are-
Well,
are they in there? Yep.
Hong's Barbecue in Davie did not make it, but Hong Kong City Barbecue in Tamarack did.
Nice.
And Hong Kong City, again, not a place I think of as a takeout joint. That's more of a sit-down place. They got some really good.
Tamarack, you been there?
They got the Hong Kong. They got the hanging ducks in the window and the roast pig and all that stuff. I've never done takeout from Hong Kong City, but I used
been
to
there?
eat
Yeah.
there all the time.
What
Yeah.
do you think?
Oh, it's a good place.
Yeah?
It's solid. Yeah. So,
So how's the competition all the way through?
no, I would
What would
say
you
the
say?
top 2 contenders in terms of quality should be Wands and Hong Kong City. And then, there's a place called Sunrise.
I was just gonna ask. Someone said Sunrise for the win. I've never
No.
heard of that.
All right,
place.
I've been in there. It's on Paroline Road. It's very close to your place, the Pomp, where you go, but it's a little bit further south by Cypress Creek Road and Paroline.
Okay.
It's in that plaza where there's Applebee's or something, Chili's.
Okay.
Sunrise. A lot of people. It's been there a while. I've been in there a couple of times because I heard things about it and I saw people praising it. And to me, it was fine. It was
Yeah.
average, but it wasn't anything. Oh, look at that, Joe
There
Beja
it is. I'll get
sneaking
it.
up like the elf on the
We'll get it
shelf
going
right
for him.
behind us. It's all good. All right. That means we got to take our first break. All
Yes.
right. Vote at sunsentinel.com. Before we take our first break, just a real brief mention of the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. It's coming up right after the holidays. A lot of the events are selling out. A lot of the dinners are sold out. There's still some tickets left for the Wands dinner because they're doing one at the Chinese restaurant. Alex and his old partner Diego are getting back together, along with a couple of other guests visiting from out of town. That Wands dinner is going to be on Wednesday, the 21st. You can use the promo code Lunchbox. Again, Lunchbox for an extra 15% off the ticket price for that dinner and all the major festival events like the Grand Tasting and the Sunday Brunch and the Asian theme walk and roll and the barbecue battle. All those events taking place that week of January 19th to 25th. Go online right now to vlfoodwine.com. Again, VL, like Visit Lauderdale, foodwine.com. And just look and see what there's still
What's
tickets left. And even you can use that promo code Lunchbox for savings on all the classes and seminars. So it's a great, great deal. Go enjoy it. And if you're still looking for that last minute gift, that stocking stuffer for people, the food lover in your life, that makes a perfect gift for the holidays. Again, vlfoodwine.com. All right, we're going to be back after these words with the great Joe Beja right here at 10 Palms at Gulfstream.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligan's, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's, for the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Same great Thai food, beautiful new location. I'm talking about Eat Thai, now in Boca Raton at 6299 North Federal Highway. Thai cuisine is having a moment, and Chef Sopanut makes some of the best in South Florida. A hip and modern spot with authentic Thai street food and some innovative twists. The spicy oxtail soup, Thai bouillabaisse, shrimp ceviche, and classic noodle dishes will wow you. And they now offer full liquor and craft cocktails too. Open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Go to eatthaiflorida.com for more information. We're back on the Lunchbox at 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park, and I am still stuffing my face with this great new chicken parmesan dish that's on the updated menu for the championship meet.
Yes.
And we welcome back to the program, as usual, the fine Executive Director of Hospitality here, Joe Beja. How you doing this week? You surviving all those holiday parties?
Surviving, just another weekend, and that's all. Only 2 more to go, so we're good.
And
Nice.
kudos on all
You
these
guys
new
have
menu items.
knocked all of it out of
I
the
think
park.
I'm back at runway 84 again. I got
Yeah.
a great carpaccio. We got a great chicken vodka parm,
Yeah.
and we destroyed it. It's like
We
all gone except for
annihilated
the
it.
little garnishing tomatoes.
And I'm
there,
eating them. The
even
roasted
that,
tomatoes
little
are beautiful.
roasted
Yeah.
tomatoes. So,
Yes.
They're beautiful.
And the
how's it-
giant meatball is really well done too. All beef,
Really nice.
so it's
Sorry,
really well
Lu-
done.
Yeah, sorry, Lubie, no leftovers
I don't
for
need
you
'em.
today. We're going to
I
be
love it.
destroying everything,
They're killing it here.
and I'm defeating Ozempic. What's the feedback you've been getting so far on some of these menu items?
Everyone's been great. Everyone loves the meatball. You
Yep.
know, they love the all beef flavor, the ricotta that's part of the dish, and so forth. And of course, everyone always loved the parm, the chicken parm. So
Oh, we got little
Precious.
Luca running around here. Oh no, that's not Luca.
Luca's not doing that
He's
just
not
yet.
That's
Soon.
all right. It's all
But I
good.
presume he'll do the same thing that gentleman just did. Go right for the power and ruining a broadcast.
No, I think he was going for the bucket of
Yeah,
San
the
Pellegrino.
drinks,
there you go.
And they see something to knock over, kids just instinctively want to do that. All right, so let's talk about some of the upcoming events here at Gulfstream. First things first, well, just go over the holiday schedule. You guys are running on Christmas Eve, but not Christmas Day.
That is correct. So Christmas Eve, we will have some daytime racing. First race, I think, will be somewhere around 11:45 or so, just a little bit earlier than our normal 12:20 post time, but not too early. And we'll probably go to about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact times just yet,
that's okay.
but that'll be on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day, There'll be no racing Thursday. The casino will be open, so if you do need to get away from the family,
Right.
you know,
And the
Grab a
bars,
drink.
And the
right?
bars,
Yes.
yes.
Carousel Club open on Christmas Day? No, they're
s-
closed
only on the
also.
weekends.
Okay.
It'll be,
Okay.
and
gotcha.
this weekend, next weekend will be the final 2 weekends for the Miracle Bar.
Right. Okay. That's another thing.
Well,
That's
it does go through
holiday.
New Year's.
What's that?
Does not go through New Year's. No, the final one will be
The weekend leading up to New Year's. Though.
weekend leading up to New Year's.
27th.
So I want to take my wife to.
26,
She
27,
loves Christmas
28.
themed.
Yep.
things,
Yes.
so we just haven't had
26,
time. But
20.
next that weekend, I think we
Yeah,
will.
the 28th will be the last day.
That's at
Okay,
the
cool.
adjacent Carousel Club, right overlooking the track,
Yes.
but at nighttime, and that Miracle Bar pop-up bar that they have throughout different areas. But the one right here is it's great.
It's
So
really cool.
people get into the season. And then we're leading right into New Year's Eve, which is going to be a Wednesday
Oof.
night, the 31st.
That
no live,
buffet.
Yes.
no live racing that day. But if you're looking for something,
We were
to
talking with
do-
Alex from Wands because he was, I guess, I think they're working, but they probably aren't as open as late.
Yeah.
And we were saying he was like, "Oh, they're doing a." We were promoting when we were there. Was it this week? Were we there this
Monday.
week?
Yep.
My weeks are running, my days are running together. We were promoting, and his eyes perked up, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm like, if you're looking for something, I'm like, this menu is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous."
Yeah.
And and I use the word only in bold print. They're only charging like what is it, 109? You said or something like that.
109 plus
Plus
comes out to
tax
about
and tip.
$140 a person.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's such a great deal.
ridiculous.
Yes.
It's
And
ridiculous.
again, live music, band, and DJ. So all throughout the evening, there will be opportunity to get up and boogie and dance. And
Correct.
then you're also going to be doing one of those little food,
Yeah, little food, but coma dance.
food-
Yeah.
Because let's run down
This
the
list
list
is
because
No,
we
sure,
want to get
absolutely.
people in here. I know a lot of people on the Let's Eat South Florida group keep asking about New Year's Eve options, especially with live music.
Well,
And
they
this
are,
is-
and they aren't insane too. What's good about everything you guys do here? There's space, there's room. People aren't on top of each. Like
Correct.
I did it a bunch of times, and I stopped doing it because it just got so. No matter whether you're 21 or you're 38, like wherever you go, nice restaurant, bar, it's so jammed, which is fine. That's great for establishments, and I know a lot of our places are doing it, and that's amazing. But it's always cool to have a place where there's a little bit of room to like
Correct.
enjoy yourself.
So we will have just a little more background on that night. So if you, the theme of it will be Hollywood Nights.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a very
Nice.
Hollywood Oscar type of
Yeah, I can pass it
decor.
to
We'll
you.
have a red carpet arrival.
Is it going to be moving to YouTube?
You'll have a little red carpet decor upon arrival, step and repeats, and
Nice.
some photo ops as well. And then, of course, the live band and the DJ that will play while the live band is on break. And then tickets are available on Ticketmaster.com. It's just something that we've moved to help facilitate tickets and
Mhm.
guarantees of people not canceling
Yeah,
on us for the
yeah.
big holidays.
Prepay and all
The,
that.
the
Yep.
only thing I'd like to give a word to the wise for everybody is you can actually pick your table on our website.
Oh, nice. Like
But
a-
it is limited by 6 and 4 tops and 2 tops. So if
Right.
you have a large party, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll tell you how to go about booking it, or we'll help you book it, if you're a party of 8 or more.
Okay.
So, and right now, like I said, we've sold about 120 or so tickets. We're probably
Nice.
going to cap it at around 300.
Right.
Okay.
That's a nice size.
So,
Yeah.
and that's really, we have capacity for close to 375, 380, but I'd be happy with 300. And that's on one side of the restaurant, and the casino people will be on the other side of the restaurant. The buffet is spectacular. We have a salad bar, of course, like we always do. And then we'll have a fruit display, cheese, charcuterie. The seafood bar will have shrimp and crab claws. There'll be a hot seafood bar. That'll have baked oysters, bienville.
Ooh.
Oysters
It'll be Anvil. It'll be Anvil.
Oysters
Ooh.
Bienville. And then you've got the
My
raw bar
favorite.
shrimp. And what is it, like the Jonah crab
Yes,
claws?
the Jonah crab claws.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
we're gonna have stuffed baked clams as well.
Oh, wow.
On the hot seafood bar.
That alone is worth
You
the
really
price
may
of admission.
see us there.
we're not even done yet.
But
we have,
wait,
we have
there's
a, we have
more.
a sushi and ceviche display.
Nice.
The carving station will have its usual prime rib and ham, except for this time instead of turkey, we're doing leg of lamb.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
For New Year's Eve. And then the hotline will have scallops and prawns. It'll have rigatoni alla vodka. It'll have lobster cannelloni, herb roasted salmon, the fingerling potatoes, haricot vert, Wagyu beef meatballs, Brussels sprouts, Gruyere potato gratin, and then a thyme roasted airline chicken breast. So there's enough for everyone, to choose from on this. As I mentioned, price is $109 per person. That includes your midnight champagne toast, of which will most likely be a VC Prosecco. So may not be, obviously not champagne,
Bubbly.
but
We call it
it's
bubbly.
nice bubbles.
Yeah.
It's not like, the $4
No,
bottle.
It's a nice. No.
Look, for that price
So,
and
and then-
all that food,
Yes.
I don't want to hear any Festivus
no
complaints
complaining.
about that.
So wait,
No
what
grievances.
time does it?
So
you open?
doors will open at 8.
Okay.
Buffet at 8:30.
Okay.
Buffet will close at midnight, and then the bar at 12:30.
Okay,
Great.
so 8:30 to 12.
But the casino will
Yes.
be open all night long.
Correct.
Yeah, there we
3.5
go.
hours for a
Yes.
buffet like that is ridiculous.
No, it's great. That is
Yeah.
a great deal. And again, that's part of what you do here pretty much every weekend. You got your buffets going Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep.
The Sunday brunch buffet, another contest winner coming in soon.
nice.
And again, that's part of what makes 10 Palms the place to be, whether it's during a day of live racing or during some of these holiday nights. Real quickly, you want to get into Pegasus and January?
Sure. Yeah. For January, I just want to mention a few things. Just a reminder, when we prep for these events, there's always some food that hasn't been cooked off or prepped off and so forth. So if you're going to come in, if you can't make it New Year's Eve, maybe come in that weekend of January 3rd or 4th. You might find some nice enhanced surprises on the buffet.
nice.
Yep, that's a good thing.
On that Sunday, because it's the first brunch of the new year, we're doing like a New Year's weekend brunch, I guess you could say, or the first Sunday brunch of the year. We're going to be doing bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys for $20.26.
Nice.
So
2026.
I got it.
I
get
think
it.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I like to be clever as well. And,
You are.
I think it's a little more
Again.
clever than 1776 for our military veterans.
Yeah, that's a whole
And I promise that I will deliver on that 2026.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm just kidding.
I love it. Nice. That was good for you.
But then going on to Pegasus weekend, for the Pegasus weekend,
January 24th.
correct.
Yep.
So we will, there are still tickets available. 10 Palms is close to being sold out as one of our more premium experiences. And the Flamingo Room upstairs will be our ultra premium experience.
Right.
Those tickets are
Fulvio
going for
Sardelli, where does he cook?
Fulvio Sardelli, right where we're at right now. And
Okay.
that's really not a ticketed event. What we do is anyone that has a horse in the 3 different Pegasus
okay.
races, for the horse owners,
Okay.
trainers, and so forth, they're treated to a family style meal by Sardelli's.
Ooh.
It's funny though, we have one of our guests is that comes into 10 Palms every day. He's also a regular at Sardelli's. They always seem to find him sitting in 10 Palms and they run him out like a veal parm.
That's fine.
Fulvio sees him and
They
runs
bring
him
it.
out.
Yeah, because you got to take care of your
That's
regulars,
So
but-
it's it's great having them here for that particular day. But we still do have plenty of tickets for our general admission experiences. Carousel Club will be $200 for general admission. They'll have live DJs all day,
Nice.
cash bar. You can watch all the races right up on the rail
Right.
as they come into the home stretch. Great experience
place
with
to be
DJs,
for-
and it's a lot of fun. And then we'll have 2 different GA tickets here on the first floor. And I'm sorry, I don't have the pricing off the top of my head, but I know the lower level GA is just the general access.
Right.
And the second level will include unlimited Stella and
Stella
Neutral.
Artois. Okay.
Stella Artois will be one of our beer sponsors, and Neutral will be as partnering with them, of course.
So
'cause we're
Now,
part of
the
same
tickets
house.
for Pegasus Day, is that on also Ticketmaster as well, or are you going back
Yes.
to the open table? Okay,
Yes,
so it's all
also
Ticketmaster.
all on Ticketmaster.
Okay,
Yes.
so you get those tickets in advance, whether it's for the New Year's Eve, right?
Correct.
Or Pegasus Day, January 24th. Great stuff coming up. And then we're going to get back into the normal flow,
Yes,
which is
and,
the Taste of the Track.
Taste of
right?
the Track will be on Holy Bull, which
Holy
is the
Bull,
following Saturday, the
The end of
31st.
January. Okay, nice.
So ticket prices those tickets are also available on Ticketmaster right now.
Okay.
Because we are in season and because it is a big race day. Prices, I believe, have bumped up about $10, $15
Okay, yeah.
over the normal price. So I think it's about $75, $80 for the GA, and I think it's $95
Tacos and
for
tequilas,
VIP,
right?
and it is tacos and tequila.
And again, those tickets will be available. Are they on sale yet on the
Yes, they are.
GulfstreamPark.com website? GulfstreamPark.com.
Yes.
Just click on events, so you'll see the little screen pop up. You get those tickets now. That's going to be a great day. And That's a
Yeah.
good weekend because it's in between. It's that gap. The Super
Oh,
Bowl
Super
is
Bowl.
the following Sunday, February 8th.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you're looking for something to do, it's going to be some high quality racing that Saturday, along with the great, unlimited tacos, tequila event is always a big seller.
Yeah.
So got a lot of stuff going on. All right, we're going to do the contest now. You
All right,
ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
2 things before we get to the contest. Number 1, Lubie, it's time for the quiz,
Oh,
the
what did we do
recap
this
of the
week?
week. Do you remember where we've been this week for Lunchbox shows? Daddy, who is
As-
sleep deprived.
Yeah, as you remind, I wish you do this earlier in the show, because 2 weeks ago when you did it at this time, I had no idea. Last
Right.
week I nailed it. You did it earlier.
Well,
So
gotta
you
keep
just
it
reminded me Monday Wands,
Yes.
and that was a blast, Alex. And they're doing a really great job there, and we're really happy
Yes.
for Alex as he took over for his aunt. Christina
Yeah,
or Christine. Sorry,
yeah.
Christine.
Yeah.
It was Christine Wands.
Christina
Wands.
no, Christine.
It was
Lee's,
Christina. Yeah,
Christina
you're
Wands.
messing me up. Her name
I'm
was
messing me-
Christina
okay.
because the
Yes.
restaurant was called Christina
And everybody
Wands.
always confused.
Yeah, you're messing me up. It's Christine Lee's, and
Yes,
which
yes,
is no
I'm
longer
sorry.
here, sadly. Christina Wands
Okay.
is in a new reincarnation. We were there Monday. Tuesday, we were at Norman Love's,
Yes.
which was fantastic. And
Yes, we're going to
Lisa
get to
and
them in a
her
minute.
team.
Go ahead.
Wednesday, we did a double header
Yes.
where we were at. We finished at Ukiah. I'm
this.
trying to remember where we were earlier
I'll
in the
give you a
day.
hint.
And
Cassidy.
Daniels. I remember because Cassidy was with us, and
Yes.
Cassidy's fantastic.
And that
Daniels.
beef Wellington. How could you forget
That was ridiculous.
They
I've
having
never
a-
actually had beef Wellington because it's such a arduous dish.
I
It
love
was
beef Wellington.
wonderful. It was so freaking
And
good.
it's not like they do a
was
big loaf
good.
and cut
No,
you a
you got
little
your
slice.
own.
Each individual puff pastry
It was
shell.
huge. It was like
And it
almost
was
the size of this plate.
spectacular. They're doing a 12 days of Christmas menu
was
that's
really good.
running through the 25th.
Yeah, if you get a
That
chance.
started last week. But one of the items is a special individually portioned beef
It was
Wellington
ridiculous.
with the duck salad. It's unbelievable.
It was ridiculous. No,
so
it
that
was
good.
rich.
And then
That was great. Then we went from there to
Ukiah.
Ukiah,
right.
which is fantastic. And Chef Michael Lewis is a blast. He's a very mild-mannered dude, but he's
Yes.
super funny.
Thursday, yesterday.
And the brunch, they're doing brunch now at Ukiah, and that was wonderful. Yesterday we were at Anthony's Runway 84,
And then
and
today.
that was ridiculous.
What kind of lives
and
do
then
we
today,
have?
yeah, this week's been
How
pretty
lucky are we?
interesting.
I don't know how you guys aren't 300 pounds. Really?
I know my
Ozempic?
fridge is full.
There you go, right?
I just have a lot of leftovers in my fridge.
I am truly
and
blessed
today here at the Great 10 Palms
to be.
at Gulfstream.
Anybody who knocks this area, we have such great
no,
food
the
in
food's
the
nuts.
Yes.
not just Miami, but the greater Broward, greater Fort
No,
Lauderdale
we didn't
area.
leave Broward, and every day was amazing.
I hype up Runway 84 all the time, especially because
great.
I like that. That's how we end up doing
Yeah,
the vodka
no.
sauce with our chicken parm.
Yeah.
But their chicken
Beautiful.
parm is so huge; it covers the whole plate.
We did a veal chop.
They
We
had the
brought
veal
the
chop
veal
parm.
Danielle. It was the size of
Yes.
a hubcap or a
Yeah.
manhole cover
Yes,
or
yes.
whatever. It was just so big. But
I-
it pounded out veal chop
Correct.
with the fresh mozzarella and the vodka sauce and some prosciutto on top.
It was really nice.
Oh,
My
it was-
secret hack for that is I get the chicken vodka parm,
Right.
which is always pounded thin.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
probably
yeah.
takes a whole plate. I mean, they come out with the pizza cutter,
Yeah.
and they cut it into 4 pieces.
Right.
Yep.
I eat 2
eat
pieces
one.
with dinner,
Yep.
and then I take 2 pieces
I'll
home,
make
and
a
I
nice
make
sandwich.
a veal parm sandwich out of it the next day
Nice.
for lunch.
It makes a
Beautiful.
great
And that is
so
my
good.
yeah.
We are truly blessed, and
Yes.
we're thankful for all our great sponsors.
And finishing every week here,
and
we're definitely a
finishing
blessing.
here at 10 Palms. All right, the second item, Festivus, is going to be partly the theme of this week's contest. But Joe, that is on Tuesday the 23rd. Do you have any grievances to air at this point?
All those people that no showed for my Thanksgiving brunch.
There you go.
That's enough.
That's a good grievance.
That's enough.
And it's one of the big things that people got to realize. If you're going to make a reservation,
I hate
in a
the
place,
5 reservation thing
They-
that people
they-
do. Like
they
that's
are-
insane.
Yeah.
they order food based on what the numbers are
Mhm.
going to be, and they know that if things happen, if there's
Yeah.
emergencies, but
You got to
like,
give notice.
give them a call.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the number. It's just
Cancel a
common
reservation.
courtesy.
That's
whatever
weird.
happened to common courtesy.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You're living in a society, as George Costanza used to say,
Yes.
and nobody adheres to some basic rules of courtesy. So,
Pretty much.
and no matter if it's here or at places that we love, like the Catherine, Runway 84. Actually, Runway 84 does impose now these
Yeah.
fees where if you
Yep.
no show, and then you
$25
don't
a
give,
person, I
if
believe.
you don't give
The
them,
Catherine does it too.
if
and
you
good
don't-
for them.
if you don't give them, and they're not even asking for 24 hours notice. They just want to
Just
know
give
by
notice.
noon the day of, and then they'll keep that $25 deposit. And they give it to Dan Marino's charity at Runway 84. And again, that's why for events like New Year's Eve, it's got to be prepaid ticketed because too many people will triple book and then decide at the last minute.
Correct.
So that is a good grievance for
Thank you.
Festivus. So, all right, let's get to the contest.
Remember, we have
now.
another break still.
I know we have another break, Lubie. We're going to do the contest and we're going to get a break and then we're going to get out of here. And I know you got a haircut at 3
I
o'clock.
do. Let's roll,
Uh-oh.
sir.
Yeah, so I've got
We'll be
mine
fine.
scheduled for Tuesday. So it's all good. All
We'll be
right.
fine. Let's get rolling.
It is time for this week's Lunchbox Gulfstream 10 Palm Sunday Brunch giveaway. You're going to email the answer to this week's restaurant trivia questions along with the horse selection for this week's Gulfstream Saturday contest race, which is race number 9, 11 horse field. So it's numbers 1 through 11 that you're going to send in one of the above, 1 through 11. And this week's contest race is stakes race, $150,000. Sewanee River Stakes for fillies and mares, scheduled for a mile on the turf. Post time approximately 4:18 p.m. All right, so we've got the restaurant got the horse race, numbers 1 through 11. And this week's tiebreaker, enough of the Dolphins. We've had enough of that dreck. We're going to do tomorrow's Texas A&M
it's a
college
playoff game.
football playoff, and that starts at noon. So, again, you got to get those entries in by noon tomorrow before the kickoff. That's Saturday, December 20th. And that football game is going to be on either ABC or ESPN, one of the above. I don't even know which one. Do you have any feelings on that game?
I like A&M.
Okay.
No.
He's
I'm
leaning.
with you. I'm with
Okay.
you.
And our friend, the
do.
Professor Ken, is leaning Miami. And again, what you're going to do with that as the tiebreaker is the winning team, the winning margin, and the total points in that Texas A&M game. You send all those elements into MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow. Not a second later, you'll be disqualified if it is late, especially with that game. All right, here we go. For this week's restaurant, we celebrate Festivus for the rest of us, which is going to be next Tuesday, the 23rd, the made-up holiday that was originated on Seinfeld that has now become an actual thing. Ready for the clues?
Yes.
All right. Not many locals have any grievances to air about this longtime Fort Lauderdale favorite, located in a strip shopping center on North Federal Highway just south of Oakland Park Boulevard. But it does serve the traditional Festivus meal of meatloaf year-round in both entree and sandwich form.
Okay.
So meatloaf is the traditional Festivus meal.
Okay.
And then there's also the simple unadorned metal pole, airing of grievances. Sometimes there's wrestling. But again, meatloaf is served at this Fort Lauderdale longtime favorite. Clue number 2, it has a sibling pub on Oakland Park Boulevard, but the original flagship is known for its comfort food classics, including tomato, blue cheese, and bacon soup, chicken pot pie, and Ernesto's famous seafood stew. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I have no
Joe
clue.
Beja?
I don't, but it sounds
Okay.
delicious.
Sounds really good.
All right,
Add me
and
a
number
meatloaf and chicken pot pie. I'm a comfort food.
I
guy.
love chicken
That's
pot
it.
pie.
No, and they've got
like
really good,
meatloaf.
and their meatloaf is really good. So it
Good meatloaf's hard
does
to
go
come by.
well for Festivus. And this one will be the giveaway clue. The restaurant is named after a screw-top vessel used for canning and preserving fruits and jams, and it's often seen in southern restaurants to serve iced tea, lemonade, and other beverages. The restaurant named for a
At least that
screw-top
coach already knows it.
All right.
I don't know anything. that you're
screw-top
saying.
vessel used for canning and preserving fruits and jams, and it's often used in southern restaurants for iced tea, lemonade, and other beverages. Good luck.
I'm totally
Happy
lost.
Festivus. And Merry Christmas.
There you
Joe, we appreciate you.
You're
And
the best,
before
Joe.
we take the second break, we got to talk about, again, one of the places we visited this past week, Norman Love Confections, where you actually know the brand. You know Norman Love,
Yes.
great
I love
pastry
it.
chef who moved into the world of fine chocolates. And now they have two dessert salons here in South Florida, one in Delray Beach on Federal Highway, 1911 South Federal, and one in Boca Raton, right on St. Andrews Boulevard behind the Town Center Mall. Great place to go if you need a break, not just during the holiday season, but anytime, because they have a great little, patisserie. They have pastries, they have macarons, they have great coffees and other drinks. You can have yourself a nice little indulgence if you need a getaway. And you can also shop for great chocolates. And they have all kinds of assortments and boxes, and not just for the holidays, but also with Valentine's Day coming up. It is a great place. And if you can't make it into one of the two salons, go online to NormanLoveConfections.com. NormanLoveConfections.com. My sister-in-law said she was able to get a late gift that she went online this morning and ordered it, and it is going to be delivered by the 24th.
Nice.
But today is the last day.
Yeah, the weekend. You wanted to be by today.
Yeah, to get that
Don't mess with
guaranteed delivery before the holidays. They pack it on, dry ice, cold gel pack, so it doesn't melt, even when the weather is still hot out here in Florida. NormanLoveConfections.com. All kinds of goodies. Perfect stocking stuffer for the chocoholics and dessert lover in your life. All right, Joe, thank you so much.
Have a
Pleasure.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We will
see you
be
next
out
Friday.
here
We'll be here next
for
Friday.
Boxing Day on the 26th,
Yes.
and
I'll
looking
be here.
forward to catching up and getting ready for the new year at that point. But again, to you and yours,
have a Merry
and
Christmas.
everybody,
And thank you.
Merry
Same to you both.
Christmas. All right, let's take that second break, and then we'll get Lubie out of here for a haircut. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years, Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. Kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, shenanigans, great seafood, and more at Mignonette Miami. It's in the Edgewater neighborhood at 210 Northeast 18th Street, close to the Arch Center and Heat Arena. Mignonette is open every day for dinner, and it serves the freshest fish and raw bar items with a daily selection of the finest oysters around. Chef owner Danny Surfer and his team are eager to please. Mignonette is Michelin Guide recommended and Lunchbox approved. For reservations and information, go to mignonnettemiami.com. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Do you love Italian food? I mean, who doesn't love Italian food? Well, have I got a great new place for you, Elvis Italian Grill. It's at 4261 Griffin Road in Dania Beach, right near State Road 7 and the Hard Rock Casino. It's named for its owner, Elvis. And it has all your favorites, pizzas, pastas, veal chops, fresh fish, lunch specials, happy hour, and has one of my favorite chefs, the wonderful Manuela. There's full bar, great wines, al fresco dining on the deck with a water view. Open for lunch and dinner every day but Monday. For reservations and information, go to ElvisItalianGrill.com. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we are back on the Lunchbox.
I feel like that kid's like nicer than my kid's. My kid's gonna be way worse than that kid.
That kid, there's a little tyke.
Luke is
I'm
a
going to
pain
say
in the
a
ass already.
toddler, like a 2-year-old who's running around, and he just had
He's
eyes
going right for the power strip.
eyes on
Like,
the
it
power
stresses
cord.
me out.
I mentioned the restaurant for the
I know that Defo
contest
knew it.
to Lubie, to Defo, and he knew right away that it's famous for its meatloaf.
Famous for the meatloaf.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you follow Let's Eat South Florida, which obviously you do, and actually we're inclined to do so also. Mentioned very frequently and always in a favorable
Very
light. It
positive
seems
way.
like people love this place.
So give those entries in MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow, along with the winner of the UM Texas A&M game with a point margin and total points in the game, along with the Sewanee River Stakes is our contest race. It's
Who's in
race number 9, an 11-horse field of fillies going a mile on the turf. Got a bunch of Safi Joseph
Any Grand
horses.
Motion? Grand Motion?
We've got, let's see, 4 Safi Joseph horses.
I think I'm going to go
A
with
Pletcher,
Safi.
a McGahee, a Mark Hennig, a Jenna Antonucci, who has won the Belmont Stakes, a Jose D'Angelo, who's one of the top trainers here, William Walden, the Elliot Walden.
Who are you
kid.
going with? Are you going to
and there is an H. Graham Motion horse.
Grand Motion, as my
Serona.
friend would say.
I don't know. Maybe Public Defender, because I'm always...
Because you can always use one.
Could always use one.
Why do they always look like they slept in the trunk of their car before they defend you? My client, he says he's not guilty. I don't know. Tell me some story. I don't believe it, Judge.
They don't get paid well. And the favorite is a Safi.
That was your man,
horse.
Norm Kent, wasn't he? Like the head of the public defender's office?
At one point, he worked as the public defender, and Howard Finkelstein, Help Me Howard, was
I love Howard. He used to shop with the
elected
when I was a bagger.
These were reputable people.
Yeah. Favorite in the race is Moving On Up, which was me last year when I moved from my humble neighborhood in Dania Beach up to the fancy Rio Vista. And again, I'm sorry, Anthony Bruno, you don't have
There
to
goes
sell.
the neighborhood.
But he was not happy about seeing me.
I noticed. I looked on Zillow while I was setting out the Joe Beja segment.
Plummeted.
Since
Mayo
big bullseye on your house.
Val's been there for years. Mayo comes in and everything goes to crap.
All right. Well,
Who
go
is
get
this
your
schlep?
haircut. You have any big weekend plans this weekend? Holiday parties?
Nothing,
or anything, people?
overwhelmingly outstanding, but I've been floating through time, so it's been pretty
Exactly.
good.
That's good.
I can't complain.
No
Getting to
Matthew
Christmas
Schofield
unscathed.
sightings until
Schofield was brilliant, man. Wow. It's just incredible to me. Some of the things that go on in South Florida that go completely ignored.
under the radar.
That would be happening in a place like this, and there would be no charge.
Yep.
You would gladly pay $100 if you were in Europe to go see this guy somewhere like Royal Albert Hall.
Yep.
And you're walking in, and there are empty tables. They're charging you like $4 for a drink. It really was amazing.
Oh, and a couple of more sponsor notes. Tropical Acres, if you're still looking for a place for either Christmas Day or New Year's Eve, Tropical Acres in Dania on Griffin Road is open, and there is availability for both of those occasions.
Nice.
Limited availability. Some of the slots have filled up for Christmas. And again, it's 954-989-2500. We love the Studio Alley family. And what else? Oh, next week, Lubie and Defo, Monday we'll be at Gilbert's 17th Street Grill with the great Lenore. We're going to be having some burgers. And then Tuesday we'll do a home Festivus show. We might have some people popping in with some of their grievances.
Nice.
But we're going to be taking it easy on Tuesday. And then we're going to be doing some encore editions throughout the holidays.
Nice.
Basically from Christmas Eve all the way through New Year's Day, except for we'll be back live here next Friday at Gulfstream. We never miss a Friday because this is not work, but all kinds of good encore editions from all the great stops that we made earlier this month.
Free racing forms.
Free
Is a tremendous part of the deal.
Yeah, it is a good stipend.
Have a great weekend,
and
everybody.
I'm sorry,
Good luck,
Lubie, we destroyed everything.
No, it's fine.
A couple of scraps.
I love that the new items are
carpaccio.
amazing. We've nailed all of them. They nailed all of them.
So, but I think you still have enough leftovers
It was
from
a nice
Runway
week.
84
We'll be
yesterday.
fine.
So that's it. All right. Enjoy every sandwich. Have a great weekend.